Our calendars are just as stuffed as our closets, okay? It's the same thing, it's just a different container. And when we're trying to take care of everything in our calendar, we're hurrying. You never want to hurry. Hurry should be an option, but not a lifestyle. You know, if there's an elephant in the room, you might want to hurry to get out, but you want to live your life to simply just show up and take care of it through time. Think of this work as not getting rid of stuff. What you're doing needs to get in a position to slow down, to choose what's best for you. The work is in the thinking. Before all the doing, is the deciding. Before all the deciding is the thinking. And what we need to think about is what is the best answer for you. This takes time. The time is in the thinking. The doing work, don't get distracted with that. That's pretty straightforward once you get to the doing part. The time management is that you actually want to build a routine in your calendar through time. 2 hours a week is actually really good on your own. If you don't have a specific deadline, okay, there's nothing like a move, a divorce, a death, an illness, somebody falls or whatever, and that finally makes it a priority. But it's so much easier if you actually slow down and make a routine in your calendar 2 hours a week. If you can do more, that's fine. But what I want to really emphasize is that while you're doing the work, I want you to pay attention to your feelings. I often call my work sensory-based decluttering. You do not want to override your feelings. You do not want to do the work despite them. You want to slow down enough to go pay attention to, before overwhelm, there's lots of feelings that happen. So if you can notice, oh, I'm beginning to get a little confused. Oh, I'm losing track here. Or I'm getting distracted or worried. I want you to back off, take care of that worry, or take care of your body and take a 10-minute break and then come back and continue. Without the routine, though, we're in trouble. The great thing about a routine is, though, you actually schedule it and put it in your calendar. You don't keep it in your mind, by the way. You actually schedule it in your calendar. Okay, but if you wake up in the morning and you don't feel good that morning, and you go, oh, gosh, I'm really not up for this decluttering this morning. That's okay. You keep your intention. You keep it important enough. You keep it a priority, and then you literally schedule it into another day. You don't abandon your intention, you move it to another day. In little bits, through time. That's why I typically work with people for 3 to 4 hours a week. I can work with you for 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, and even 3 years. Okay? Everyone is different. So no project is the same. I custom design the whole strategy around you. This is all about you and not the stuff. Don't get distracted by the stuff. So time management is really essential, but the first thing I need to do is declutter the calendar with you. We do a time map, what I call a time map. Another person I just started working with, she has 3 volunteer jobs. She loves volunteering. By the way, it's attached to her identity and her contribution as a person in the world. You do not want to take volunteering completely away from her. What you do is work it out. We listed 3 volunteer positions. What are her 2 favorites? We let go of the 3rd one, and she suddenly had 5 hours a week to do the decluttering. Now, if you're working full-time, or you have 3 children, or you have parents that you're taking care of, in all fairness, doing this by yourself is the mistake. You can only work so hard and aggressively. It's possible to take care of your time. At any given moment when you feel that constraint in your heart, which is very much like the constraint of overwhelm or being stuck, it just tightens here. It's the same experience we feel when we look at our to-do list and we go, how are we going to get everything done? We don't. You get your priorities done and keep aiming at that. But you do have, this is one of the best, I use these graphic lessons to teach people, and they make reference to these lessons in between our sessions so they practice what we've talked about or what we've done together. Now, in time management, at any given moment, you have, instead of feeling a victim to your circumstances or that there's too much to do and you have to get everything done, no, you choose the priorities, and if it's still too much, these are the 5 Ds to give you freedom and constraint of your life. I have a handout that you'll get afterwards. They are do, delegate, drop, defer, or diminish. At every given moment of your life, whether you're decluttering or not, you can get freedom in constraint where you choose, once again, like I really do have a lot on my plate. I'm going to do this, but I'm delegating this. I'm deferring this to next week. Do, delegate, drop, diminish, drop and diminish. Diminish is, okay, I can't do my whole closet, but I can do my pants, okay? Or drop, you know what, I'm never going to get to that. Let's just stop fooling ourselves. So you drop it all together. Or you drop it into the next year. Like I'm planning a trip that I'll never be able to take this year because I'm writing a book and doing a video and da la la la, and it doesn't fit into my life. But I don't have to abandon the trip for the rest of my life and feel sorry for myself. I've already put it in the month in 2018. No loss at all. Do, delegate, drop, diminish, or defer. So when you start feeling that tension in your calendar, you stop trying to get everything done and you choose your priorities. And then you have 5 Ds at any given moment. Instead of feeling trapped by your circumstances, you're free. Notice much of my work, when I step into a client's home, I'm watching their stuff and I'm watching them, of course, but I'm really getting them in a position to choose what's best for them. This is all the work has to do in making good choices. And people feel great that they're working with me and we're getting so much done. But really why most people actually feel good is that they get a clear process and they regain their confidence in their own decision making. So when I leave, they still feel good. They don't stay dependent on me. If you'd like a half-hour free phone coaching session with me, we can discuss your unique circumstances and how to make your decluttering, organizing, downsizing, and move more enjoyable. Please visit my website, clutterclarity.com, or call Clutter Clarity at 978-704-1897. I look forward to hearing from you, and just remember, it doesn't need to be so hard. Promise. Thanks very much for watching.